Our gaming predictions for 2020. What's your gaming predictions for 2020 now? So let's start with flop of the year. What game do you think is gonna just absolutely destroy itself?
Well, I think Godfall is the obvious choice, but I think for something to be a big flop, it needs to be something that has so much promise, especially in the
Mm-hmm.
lead up to it. Which is why my choice is Marvel's Avengers, because after the huge success of Spider-Man for the PlayStation 4,
Yeah.
people and whoever's developing it, I think it's Square Enix, it should have been an absolute slam dunk, a home
Mm-hmm.
run. Those are two different sports, but if they've messed this up already in a way that I cannot explain because no one seems to be on board with this game, and it should have
Mm-hmm.
been so easy. It should have been the easiest game they've ever had to make because all you need to do is get the interpretations of the. That's not how you pronounce that word, but it doesn't matter. You just need to get the characters right and the gameplay right. They refused to show us gameplay for ages, and we've still only seen little bits of it. And
Yeah.
everyone seems to hate the character designs, so
Oh my
I,
God,
I
they're
think that's going to be the
awful.
flop.
They are awful. Yeah, no, completely with you. Marvel's Avengers. I mean, come on. Crystal Dynamics made a decent. It kind of fell off at the end a little bit, but they made a really good reboot to the Tomb Raider series, and especially the first game was amazing. You would think that they would bring that talent into this game, and just so far we just haven't seen anything great from it. And like you said, there's so much going on with the Marvel universe. There's so many movies, there's so many good games. You can even look at the Marvel game on Switch, which I do like that game. And then of course you have Spider-Man, which is amazing on PlayStation 4. You would have thought they would have done a better job with the faces, the animations, the way that this game is going. And it just seems like this game is gonna completely flop in 2020. It looks like it, like straight up, like it's gonna happen. It probably is gonna happen. I do hope that Crystal Dynamics does make a decent game, though. I really do. Um, most overhyped game. So this is a little bit
Um,
different from flop. A
yeah.
game that it's getting overhyped, but it's gonna be good maybe. But it's getting a lot of hype leading up to it, but it won't really live up to that certain amount of hype.
I'm thinking Final Fantasy VII
Mm.
because people are getting excited about this as if it's a brand new game,
Mhm.
and I'm not sure the realization is properly going to hit people that it's just a remake until they start playing it. And
Yeah.
it's going to be in my. I hope it's a good remake, but I feel like people are really overselling to themselves what this game will be, and
Mhm.
I don't think it's going to be too different to any other remake we've sort of got in the past 5 years. So I think that's
Okay.
being overhyped a little bit. But
Overhyped a little bit. Okay. I agree with that. I actually don't know if I agree with that. I don't know, and I'm not saying do I think you're wrong. I don't even think you're right. Like I'm just like, huh. That's a good analysis of that. Awesome. My most overhyped game is probably gonna be Ghost of Tsushima, to be honest with you. Um,
that's a
I
fair call.
think,
That's a fair call.
huh?
That's a fair shout. Yeah. That's
Yeah. I
yeah.
think I think it's getting super super hyped, and but I think it's just gonna be. I don't want to be this harsh. It's gonna be a B Tech Sekiro. Like it's gonna be
Yeah.
Sekiro's little brother or something. But I don't know. We're like I said, I just gotta play it and see. Maybe it might be amazing. This is a game that should be up there for Game of the Year this year, but I don't think it's gonna be that great. I think it's gonna be good, but it ain't gonna be great. I'll say that. So I think it's getting a little bit of getting a little bit overhyped. So what is your prediction so far for what do you know from all these games? What is your game of the year pick for 2020? I know. But I felt like it would be easy because there's only really two games, maybe. Unless, like, well, you're a Breath of the Wild guy. Unless Breath of the Wild really did come out.
Well, I was just about to say it depends whether Breath of the Wild 2 comes out.
Hmm.
If Breath of the Wild 2 comes out in 2020, then that is gonna be my game of the year. Like I'm
Mm.
fairly certain that that's gonna be my game of the year because I don't think there's any way they can really mess that up.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's I'm already willing to say if that comes out next year or this year, it's 2020 now. Time is confusing, but
Time is confusing.
I reckon that'll be my game of the year. If it doesn't
Okay.
come out, it's gonna be Cyberpunk 2077. Of
Hmm.
course, it's gonna be.
I want it to be Cyberpunk 2070. I want it. Let me say that again. I want it to be Cyberpunk 2077, but I think The Last of Us is going to get Game of the Year. I really want Cyberpunk to win it, but I think The Last of Us will just smash it. I think Cyberpunk will still be great in its own way, but I just think Last of Us is just going to be in a whole new stratosphere. So, last bit, what gaming news stories do you think is going to come out this year? I think EA will mess up again. I think EA, because it's so funny. I say this all the time. They're so quiet right now. EA hasn't messed up in a minute.
They're lurking. They're prepping themselves.
What is going to happen? There's going to be a loot box incident. Like, what is really going to happen? I think that the Dragon Age is going to get more details, and I think people are going to lose their stuff. Because I think it's going to be more of a... It's not going to be story-driven. I think it's going to be more of an open game, and people don't want that.
Right. The world of gaming is so hard to predict. Like, it's impossibly difficult. So I think my best option here is to go with something quite outlandish, because that's usually what will end up happening. So I'm going to predict that Phil Spencer isn't real. And I know you met him, and he's your best friend.
Phil Spencer, what's up, man?
But I would have to say that you've been brainwashed, everyone's been brainwashed, and I don't think Phil Spencer is going to turn out to be real.
That is really out there. Like, I said something that's probably going to happen.
What do you mean? What do you mean you said something that's probably going to happen? I said something that's probably going to happen.
He's real. Like, I can't.
Who are you to say that?
I mean, you could put water on him. He could be like a robot or something. But I mean, the chances of that isn't the same chances of EA messing up in the next 3 months.
I mean, he literally doesn't exist. Like, not even as a robot, not as like a ghost or anything. He's not real.
He's a figment of our imagination?
No, not even that. He's less than that. He's just... The name's just been thrown about and everyone sort of accepted that he's real. There's been no solid proof, ever. So, that's my thoughts.
Yeah, so, look,
you can't tell me I'm wrong.
Look, kids, don't do drugs, okay? Like, no, but Niall, I know you got to get out of here, man. Thank you guys for listening to the Soul Dojo podcast. Once again, Niall, we're definitely going to have you on here.